We are going to get started in a supported fish today on your back. So if you didn't grab a bolster, don't get up and get one. I'll get it for you. But I think you could do it with blocks if you'd like, but I'll bring you a bolster if you'd like. So a few options for supported fish. The first one is to put your bolster in the middle of your mat there, and you'll lay back onto the bolster. So first option is legs out long, arms out wide. For me, this is too much in my low back. So you could bend your knees if that still feels like too much. And if that feels like your butt's kind of like hanging off, like it's not um, on the ground, like you've got some space, then you can take a block and place it kind of underneath your sacrum there. And that will help. But a few options, because you want to be in a space of feeling open, but you don't want any low back pain. So if you start to feel anything in your lower back, try some of those adjustments, bending your knees, placing the block. The more you take your arms out to a T, the more open you're going to feel. So if that feels like too much on your body, like maybe if your shoulders feel really tight, then you might want to take your arms in closer to your sides and gradually take them out. So now that you've come to this space, to this shape, take a moment and just see if there's any little adjustment that you can make to feel a little bit more at ease. Often when we come into, especially like a restorative type of posture, we make like this arbitrary rule that we can't move at all. So if there's any little movement, just to feel even a fraction of a percent more at ease here. And if you haven't already, let your eyes come closed. And start by just allowing your body to become heavier into the support of your bolster. Let your legs sink into your mat. Allow your head to become heavy. Notice if you're holding any tension between your eyes or in your eyebrows. Just starting to sink in, tuning into your body. Take your next few breaths to focus on letting go of the morning. And especially give your brain permission to let go of what is going to happen the rest of your day. We all have a to-do list, short or long. Maybe there's only a few things. But give your brain permission to let go of that list for our. We'll come back to it. Let's see if you can just give yourself permission to let go. Here with your body. Your body needs this time. We need moments of stillness just as much as we need moments of strength. Start to notice your breath. Feeling your breath in this posture can be a little different. Notice where you're feeling your breath. You'll feel your breath in your belly, your chest. Maybe your breath is just at the back of your throat. Or maybe finding your breath this morning is a little challenging. Usually I would go into a deep breath practice. We're going to bring it back to basics this morning, and we're just going to tune into our breath. And all we're going to do is focus on creating a deep breath sensation. So really breathing in Maybe taking in a sip of air more than your body is used to. And then breathing out. And on your breaths out, really letting go. Your breath is emptying and your body is becoming heavier into the support of the mat, your blocks, your bolster. And notice what comes up for you as you're deepening your breath. That's our focus today. It's just tuning into our breath, deepening it. Breathing in from your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. A little bit more air coming in. And then exhaling out. Maybe you're breathing in and out through your nose. Maybe you're taking a few sighs out through your mouth. Just see what's calling to you this morning. Really focusing and tuning into your own breath. Sometimes all our mind and body needs is just for us to focus on our breath. And as thoughts come up, as your brain tries to go into a planning mode or to-do list, gently and kindly let those thoughts float away and bring your focus back to your breath. Inhaling, filling you up, breathing in, slowly exhaling, letting go. Take a few more rounds of really deep breathing. Breathing in a little bit more, letting go a little more. And then start to let that deep breathing go. Your natural breath just coming back into your body. No deep focus. Starting to feel yourself slow down. Your thoughts are slowing down, your body. So that you can really enjoy this yoga practice. And before we begin our movement portion of our practice, take a moment and set an intention. Maybe there's something that came to mind when I said that, something that you're working on, a simple word or phrase. If you're like, oh, I kind of need an idea, I'm going to offer you today the focus of feeling, not thinking. So sometimes I bring in things that I'm working on, and this is one of them. I'm an analyzer, and I constantly try to figure things out. Even in a yoga practice, sometimes I find myself wondering, why does that not feel so great? Or why can't I do that posture? Why is this sore? My challenge to you today is to feel, not think. Just feel your body. How does my body feel in this posture? And not solving why or how, just really feeling your body, feeling your feet into the ground, feeling the openness of your arms. More feeling, less thinking. So as your brain wanders throughout practice, maybe you bring it back to that mantra of more feeling, less thinking. Whatever you need to work on today, whatever you need to bring into your yoga practice, let that focus, that intention fill up your breath from head to toes. Let it really take up your mind space. And then take a few deep breaths. We'll begin to wake the body up. Maybe you take your gaze side to side, rocking your head side to side. If your legs were out long, maybe you bend your knees, or if your knees were bent, maybe you take them out long for a moment. Wiggling fingers, toes, maybe a big overhead stretch, just starting to bring movement back into your body in a nice and gentle way. And then this posture can be interesting to come out of. So it may feel more natural to you to roll over to your side and up to a seat, or it may feel better to sit up. If you do, be kind to your low back. However, you can make your way up to a seated posture, and you can set your bolster off to the side. Starting to arrive here in seated. If you've been to my class before, you know I focus a lot on this transition of postures. So take a moment and really settle into this seated position. Allow your sits bones to settle. Your spine grows nice and tall. Settle your shoulders, palms facing down or up on your thighs or your knees. Good. Finding some strength, but also some calm, right? Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Head really hangs heavy. If you need some extra help with that stretch, maybe you extend your left fingertips out to the side. Maybe you take your right fingertips to the top of your head. Really try to let gravity do some work here. Using your breath to create a deeper sensation. And take 2 more breaths on this side. Full breaths in, full breaths out. If you extended your left fingertips or took your right up to your head, bring your hands back down. Inhale, gaze comes back up. Exhale, opposite side. Left ear to left shoulder. Again, some options to intensify this stretch is to extend your right fingertips out to the side. You can take your left fingertips to the top of your head. You can do both or one or the other or none, whatever your body is asking for. As you're here, notice your spine. If it started to round forward, see if you can grow it tall once again. Yeah, beautiful. Use your breath to create space. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then bringing your hands back down to your thighs or your knees, and head gaze comes back up. Good. I'm going to do a couple seated cat and cows, which we don't feel like we do a whole lot. So nice tall spine here. As you inhale, your pelvis, your belly shifts forward, your gaze comes up, your chest pushes forward. And then as you exhale, your chin comes towards your chest, you round your spine for a cat. Inhale brings you up, shines your heart, belly comes forward. Exhale rounds you out. Inhale brings you up. One more together as you exhale, round out, and then take a few rounds. Follow your breath pace, and maybe you even close your eyes so your body can really, mind can really focus on your body. Maybe take some hip circles. Maybe you pause in one direction or the other. This is cat and cow, but just a different sensation to the body. You get a little bit more into your hips and pelvis here sometimes. Making sure you're taking full breaths in, really letting go on your exhales. More feeling, less thinking. So if you notice your hips are kind of tight, instead of being like, oh, that's frustrating, just feel. Take one more full cycle of breath. Try not to rush through it. And when you are ready, we'll meet back in seated. As you inhale, bring your arms out and up, big reach up. As you exhale, take your left hand behind you. Your right hand comes to your opposite thigh or knee. Seated twist. Tall spine here. Let your breath help you with the twist. Each exhale, you twist just a little deeper. Maybe your gaze comes out towards your back shoulder. It doesn't have to. Full breath in, stay for that exhale. One more inhale, next exhale brings you up back to center. Big reach up. Inhale, exhale, opposite side. This time, right palm comes behind you, left comes to the opposite thigh or kind of hooks around your knee. But try not to use your hand to intensify the stretch and the twist. The twist should come from your belly button, your core. That'll give a little bit more love to your digestive system. Each breath in lengthens, each breath out twists. Good, using your breath. One more full breath in. Stay for that exhale. Take a breath in, and then next exhale, bring it up back to center. And then as you exhale, roll your wrists open and close your hands. Give a little love to your wrists before you move on to your all fours and tabletop. Take your time getting there. Really taking a moment to set up, wrists in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. If you need a blanket for your knees, let me know. Good, checking in with your core here. Good. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow. Exhale, chin comes towards chest, tucking tail. Yeah, beautiful for cat. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, bringing it in for cat. Good, take a few more rounds on your own breath. And take notice of what feels the same, what feels different from when we were seated. It's just a different shape that your body's in. Again, another good practice here to close your eyes, to really feel into your body. You can do a few wags of the tail. You can do a few hip circles. Checking in with your wrists. Do you need to rotate your fingers in towards each other? Do you need to come up onto your fists? A lot of options, not to overwhelm the brain, but to give your body options. A lot of times we come into cat and cow, we do the same thing every time because muscle memory kicks in. But feel into what your body needs today. It might be something different. Beautiful. We'll take about 3 more rounds of breath through your own cat and cow. Good. And then finishing up your next breath, we'll meet back in table. You'll want to bring yourself back into alignment. So those wrists in line with shoulders. Beautiful. Extend your right toes back behind you. Keep them on the mat. Yeah. Take a breath in, shift forward towards your wrists. And then as you exhale, really push towards the back of your mat, stretching out your hamstring here. Good. You can use that forward and back kind of pulsing to the pace of your breath, or maybe really take a pause and stretch your heel towards the back of your mat, bringing length into your hamstring here. When our hamstrings are tight, it can lead to so many other things. Our back gets a little mad at us. Our hips get a little mad. Good. Take one more full breath in. Let it out. Good. Inhale, come a little bit up on your toes. And then as you exhale, dial your right heel down and then opening up, supported side plank here. Yeah, nice long line of energy from your top hand all the way down to the ground, across your chest. If you'd like to, you can float your right foot up off the mat. If you do that, your foot is flexed and your core is engaged. Don't hold your breath. Yeah, nice breaths in and out. Inhale. As you exhale, start to lower your foot back down if you lifted it, and then tilting back towards your mat, bringing your palms back down, bring your knee down. Yeah, if you need to take a cat and cow to shake that out, you can. Good. And then coming over to the opposite side, extending your left toes back behind you this time. Remember, keep them on the mat. Inhale, rock forward towards your wrists. Exhale, push it back. Continue that forward and back rocking, or taking a pause and really press towards the back of your mat. Working into your hamstring now on your left side. While you're here, try squaring off your hips. Yeah, beautiful. Few more breaths. Noticing how much breath you need to send to your hamstrings today. They kind of tight. Do they feel nice and warmed up? As you take your next breath in, come a little bit high up onto your toes just to make enough room to dial your left heel down. Kickstand your right foot out to the side a bit and you open up supported side plank. Yeah, beautiful. Nice long line of energy from your left fingertips all the way down to the ground. You can keep your left hand lifted, or you can start to extend your bicep closer to your ear. That will bring more of a sensation into your side body, opening up. Same thing on this side. You can keep your foot on the mat, or maybe you start to float your left foot off the mat, really saying hello to your core muscles. Stay with your breath. Your breath is a tool to help you. And take one more cycle of breath here. Full breath in. Exhaling out and slowly big toes to touch, your knees come out wide, push back, find a child's pose. You do this early in class so that you can remind your body and your mind that you can come to child's pose whenever you need it. Remind yourself of your intention you set for your practice. If your brain tried to speed up thoughts or maybe come into a space of judgment for yourself, bring your focus back to your body. Just, oh, sorry, I scare you all. I'm so sorry, my water. All right. Let's try bringing your focus back again now that I've scared you all. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Good. And then next breath in, slowly start to bring your way back up towards table. But from here, tuck your toes. Inhale, and as you exhale, push your hips up and back and find your first child's pose. Or your first down dog. Drop my water and I confused myself. Good. Push your hips up and back. With each exhale, your hips are coming up and back. Your belly's coming closer to your thighs. You can walk your dog out, bend one knee and then the other. Downward facing dog is just a nice space to take inventory of your body. How are your hips? How are your wrists? What are your hamstrings feeling today? And inhale, come high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Slowly walk up to the top of your mat. Pause there in a forward fold. Good. Hang heavy, ragdoll here. Your arms can hang heavy, or maybe you grab opposite elbows. There should be a micro bend in your knees here, but they can be generously bent. It's early. Good. Sway side to side. Maybe you shake your head yes or no, or you find some stillness. Good. And then slowly start to let the grip go on your elbows if you've grabbed them. Coming back to center. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to thighs or shins. Flatten your back. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay there. Full breath in here. Stay in your halfway lift for the exhale. Breath in. As you exhale, fold back down. Root down into your feet. As you inhale, slowly rise all the way up. Hands come up overhead into prayer to heart center. Good. Refocus here. Inhale, reach it out and up. As you exhale, hinge and fold, forward fold. Good. We're going to do a slow sun A together. Know that in this class, I don't cue a lot of chaturanga flows. You can always take them, but we're going to take one together. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Gently step it back, high plank. You got this. Hello, core. I love you. You're so wonderful. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring your knees down to the mat. Inhale, reach it forward towards your wrist. As you exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, tops of your feet into the mat. Good. Elbows stay kissed into your sides. Inhale, baby cobra, chest and chin lift. Good. Shine your heart. Exhale, bring it back down. One more. Inhale, baby cobra. Maybe come up a little bit higher. Exhale, bring it down. Tuck your toes. Inhale. As you exhale, push up and back. You are down dog. Beautiful. Find stillness, or maybe you walk your dog out. There's no rule in yoga that says you have to come to stillness into down dog. Good. From here, shift your weight over into your right toes. Inhale, lift your left toes off your mat. Let them gently float up. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Take a breath in. Listen carefully. As you exhale, put your foot up in between your hands. Let it plant. Good. As you exhale, lower your right knee down to the mat. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Hands can be up overhead or they can be at heart center. Really breathing into your right hip flexor here. Create some space. Good. Shoulders melt down your back. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge and fold, frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes. Good. Inhale, back knee lifts. Listen carefully. Inhale, rise all the way up, high crescent lunge. You got this. Really find the power in your legs. Extend your right leg back behind you. Yeah, you're rooting down into your front foot. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, frame your front foot. Step it back, down dog. This is where that yogi's choice comes in. If you want to take a flow, you can. Just remember to listen to your body. Good. We meet back in down dog. Shifting your weight over into your left foot this time. Inhale, gently lift your right toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee towards nose. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring your foot up in between your hands. Let it plant. Left knee lowers down this time. Inhale, low lunge. Catch your breath. Good. Maybe your hands are up overhead. Maybe they're at heart center. Good. Where can you use your breath to create some space? Where can you soften? More feeling, less thinking. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, lift your back knee. Rise all the way up on your breath to your high crescent lunge. Good. Where can you pull strength from? If that back foot feels a little bit wobbly, can you zip up through the core a little bit more to help you? Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, frame your front foot. Step it back, down dog. Beautiful. Once you're in down dog, bring your knees down to the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Bring your knees out wide. Find a child's pose. I like to say this is the point where you're like, yeah, I signed up for restorative flow. I get a little bit of a break. Good. Recenter yourself here. Remember why you came to class. Remember why you love yoga practice. Let your body enjoy this movement. Take a breath in through your nose. Open your mouth. Exhale, side out. One more like that. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, side out. Beautiful. When you feel ready, slowly make your way back into your down dog. Beautiful. I'm going to add on to that flow a little bit here. So listen carefully. Inhale, lift your left toes up. Good. Exhale, knee comes towards nose. Second exhale, set your foot up in between your hands. Good. Lower your back knee down. You've been here before. Inhale, low lunge. Yeah. Soften. Soften shoulders. Soften your jaw. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, lift your back knee. Rise all the way up. High crescent lunge. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, this time, drop your back heel down. Open up, warrior two. Yeah, take a moment. Settle in. Right. Gazes out towards your front middle finger. Shoulders are softened. Inhale, reach forward, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Good. Breathing in and out through your front side body. Use your breath to create space. Good. Leave your arms in reverse warrior. Just extend your front leg. Now you're in reverse triangle. Yeah, brings a little bit more length to your front side body. Inhale. As you exhale, bring yourself back into warrior two. Front knee comes to bend. Inhale. Exhale as you cartwheel your arms, frame your front foot, step it back, find your down dog. Beautiful. Other side we go. Inhale, lift your right toes up this time. Exhale, knee comes towards chest. Take a breath in, exhale, bring your foot up in between your hands. Back knee lowers down. Take your time. Inhale, low lunge. Shoulders settle down your back. Yeah, good. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, frame your front foot, really press into your mat. Inhale, back knee lifts, rise up, high crescent lunge. Good. You guys are ready to move today. Everyone's like ahead of my breath, my breath. Good. Inhale, exhale, back heel pivots down, open up, warrior two, opposite side. Good. Your front heel is in line with the back arch of your foot here. Yeah. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, flip your front palm. Gently reverse your warrior. Bring space into your front side body from your hip all the way up to your fingertips. Keep your arms in reverse warrior. Just extend your front leg out. Now you're in reverse triangle. Long line of energy from your foot all the way up to your fingertips. And you can really get into this stretch. Bring space. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back into your warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, frame your front foot, step it back, down dog. From your down dog, knees come down to the mat, big toes come to touch, knees come out wide, find child's pose. Good. We have a little bit more flowing before we find our restorative postures. Take a breath in. On an exhale, start to rise up. We're gonna meet in down dog, but before you get there, bring your blocks up to the top of your mat on the tallest setting. We're gonna use them in a moment. Good. Be mindful that they're there when you come into your down dog. So go ahead and make your way into your down dog. Good. We're changing it up this time, so listen carefully. Left toes lift up. Good. Exhale, bring your knee close to your nose and then set your foot up in between your hands. Keep your back knee lifted this time. Inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge. Good. I'm really going to test your balance today. So listen carefully. Take a breath in. On an exhale, you're going to hinge forward. Grab onto those blocks. Yeah, tallest setting first. And then take a breath in as you come forward. Your back foot gently lifts off the mat and you're in supported warrior three. Foot is flexed. Now this is the point where you can choose to bring your blocks down lower if you'd like. You can get rid of the block. You don't have to. Good. Deep breaths in and out. You got this. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly bring your left foot up to meet the right. Rise all the way up, high mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Good. Inhale, reach it out and up. Big exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. We have one more side to go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step it back, down dog. Beautiful. Once you're in your down dog, gently float your right foot up. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right knee towards your nose and then gently set your right foot down in between your hands. Good. From here, slowly rise all the way up high crescent. Good. Exhale, hinge forward, frame your front foot onto those blocks, and then gently lift your back foot off, supported warrior 3. Your toes are flexed. Good, beautiful. Try not to hold your breath. Inhale. Stay for the last exhale. Breath in. Exhale, right foot comes up to meet the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Good, hang heavy here for a few breaths. Let your arms ragdoll. Beautiful, shake that out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands. Take one more flow if you'd like it. We will meet in child's pose. Good. Coming into your child's pose. Maybe your arms are out towards the front of your mat, or maybe your hands are at prayer at the back of your neck. Good. Letting go of that flow portion of our practice. Slowing your breath down. Checking back in with your thoughts. Giving yourself permission to stay in this slow pace. Knowing that sometimes it's in the stillness where our brain tries to come back on and make all these lists. So it needs another reminder. Good. Take a breath in. On an exhale, start to make your way back up. You're going to come into seated, and I'll show you where we're going to go for our restorative posture. We're going to take a supported deer pose. We'll start with our right hip up by the bolster. So if you know where we're going, you can, but let me grab the bolster and show you. So you're going to take one block at the tallest setting, the back of your mat, another one at the lowest. You want them to touch, making this L shape. Your bolster is going to drape over. And take your right hip really close to the bolster. Good. Your legs are going to be staggered. You can stack your knees. I'll get there in a minute. But for this side, bring the top of your left foot, the bottom of your right foot to the top of your left thigh. Oh, you'll frame your bolster and gently fold down. You can use your hands as a pillow. So this is a twist posture. Also a little hip opening. You're wringing out the body, letting the body come into rest mode. If the twist feels like too much, if it feels too intense, stack your knees. That will lessen the intensity. See if there's any little movement that the body needs to take to feel just a little bit more at ease here. Again, breath slowing down. Your eyes closed, resting deep towards the back of your head. Letting go of tension in your jaw. With each exhale, can you allow your body to become just a little heavier into the support beneath you? Start to take a few deep breaths, signaling to your body we're going to move on to the other side. When you are ready, you'll frame your bolster. Slowly start to bring yourself back up to a seat. And we'll take this same posture on the opposite side. Maybe you shake your legs out before you come to the other side. And then opposite side, the sides of your body are going to feel very different. So you can kind of stagger your knees or you can stack them if that would feel more comfortable. Again, closing your eyes. If your thoughts tried to speed up, give them permission to not have to go so fast, nothing to figure out. Start to take a few deep breaths, giving your body this signal we're about to move. When you are ready, slowly start to walk your palms up, coming into a seat, coming back to center. Take your legs out long, kind of shake your legs out. And you can set your blocks and bolsters off to the side. Keep them within reach. Definitely a block. You may want the bolster for Shavasana. Just do a few more things on our back before we come into Shavasana. So go ahead and bring yourself back onto your back. As you come onto your back body, bring your feet to the mat. Beautiful. Bring a few windshield wipers of your knees once they get there. Yeah. And bring your knees back up to center. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Bring your knees out wide and find a happy baby. Maybe you rock your baby side to side. Good. And then while you're here, see if there's any other little stretch that your body needs. Maybe it's a figure four for the next few breaths. Maybe you need a supine twist. Maybe you need a butterfly, or maybe you're just ready to bring your body back down to the mat. We have a few breaths where I like to sometimes just offer for your body to take whatever it needs to feel like its practice is field. And then when you are ready, you'll start to move into your Shavasana. So for Shavasana, maybe you come into butterfly and you could bring your blocks on the outsides of your knees. That might give a little bit more support. Maybe you bring your bolster underneath your knees and you can take your legs out long. You can come to traditional Shavasana, being on the mat, legs long. Wherever you're at, finding your final resting posture of stillness, really gifting your body these breaths of just being still, soaking in all the movement your body took today. Letting your eyes come closed. Letting your body become really heavy on the mat. Let go of tension in your jaw. Tension between your eyes, your eyebrows. Resting in your Shavasana, knowing that I will invite you out when it's time. Let your body just sink into this stillness for one more full cycle of breath. Bringing back that idea of more feeling, less thinking. More paying attention to how our body feels instead of constantly analyzing it. Take that with you as you begin to deepen your breath, wiggling your fingers, your toes, bringing your awareness back into this space. Starting with small movements, eventually, maybe an overhead stretch. And then rolling onto your right side. Take a pause on your right side, a full breath in and out. When you are ready, we'll meet seated, hands at heart center. Thank your body and mind for showing up for you today. It's not easy to make time for our yoga mats, and you should be so proud of yourself that you did. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you for allowing me to guide you today. The light in me honors and sees the light within you. Namaste. Welcome. Thank you all.